let's jump right into another traditional draft with Outlaws of Thunder Junction. Let's jump into the queue here and hope to open some cool rares this time. All right, here we go. All right, we have a decent rare here, an Aven Interrupter. White's a excellent color to be in. Yeah, would be happy to start with that. Omenport Vigilante is good in the deck where you commit a lot of crimes, can be powerful. Hypothesis is good in red-blue, and I want to make sure that color combination is very open and that I can get a lot of good uncommons and rares in that before I move that direction. Other stuff in the pack, probably too early to take a desert. None of the other commons are that great. Steer Clear is okay in the Mounts deck, and Scale Storm Stummer is okay in the red-green deck with lots of large features, but I think it's a clear Aven Interrupter here, even though that does firmly put us in white. That's not horrible. Okay, followed up by some really great white cards here. I have Lassoed by the Law and Mystical Tether in this pack. So it's actually a little bit troublesome passing the Tether in that the person next to us might start drafting white, because that's a strong card. Other cards of note in red-green would be Savage Smash, and in green, Patient Naturalist. In red, actually no, I thought that was the red deal 5. That's Trick Shot. Trick Shot is okay. Mortal Surprise in black is all right as well, but I haven't seen any good black being passed here. I do see not much green, so I think we'll stick here with the Lassoed by the Law as a second, good second pick here. Here, I have Rattleback Sentry for white-black. In green, Clear Shot's an excellent card. Stable Master's reasonable, and it's better in the sort of ramp deck. Doesn't help you fix your colors, except for with mounts. If I was going into blue-black, which I don't think I necessarily am right now, Lazav is good. And in green, we also have here Cactarantula, kind of some medium cards in Thunder Salvo and Mind Raider in red. So I think in this case, I'd rather go white-green and take the Clear Shot. That's a nice card. Nothing white for us to take. The second pick there would be probably the Cactarantula. Okay, here, if we want to stay white, we have Bridled Bighorn. We have 2 Rictus Robbers, which could be good if we're going into black. We have a white-blue land. We have the Mesa, Varmint in green. I don't necessarily know that I want to go white-black. I'm not super excited about the Bighorn. So the Mesa could be the pick here, or I might take the Bighorn and try to cut white. Maybe I'll do that and try to continue to cut white. And Bridled Bighorn is fine. It's all right in the white-blue Mounts deck. Here, we could go with the Heath, the Ankle Biter. The Prickly Pear is decent in red. I've seen enough green that I think I want to go green here. I have Clear Shot and now the Giant Beaver. And I could be mainly white, splashing with just a little bit of green. I don't have to have that many green cards to have a playable deck. Here, lots of blue being passed. Nimble Brigand is notable here. Better in the Crimes deck. Loan Shark, Phantom Interference. I think we'll take the Patient Naturalist here. For green, that helps with mana fixing a bit. Now, this is a nice Slick Shot Lock Picker. It'd be good if we're going into blue. I don't know if we are. But there's really nothing else for us here. I don't think it's worth taking the Buzzard or the Muscle. Reach for the Sky is kind of medium. It does let us draw a card when it's destroyed, but I think I can pick up another one of those later, and same with Sterling Hound. I doubt we're going blue, but let's take the lockpick just in case we're thinking of splashing blue if we pick up some good rares or something. Here we have Imp's Mischief, Bounding Felidar, Thunder Lasso, Oasis Gardener, and a red-white land. I think we'll go with the Lasso right now. That may come in handy. Here we have Steer Clear comeback, kind of nothing else here. Hypothesis table, so no one's playing red-blue, but I haven't seen a lot of amazing red or blue cards passed around. So let's take the Steer Clear as a kind of medium removal spell here. Okay, we have Savage Smash and nothing else. Let's take the Smash. There's an off chance that maybe we find some good red cards and want to splash that. Yeah, again, I don't think I'm playing Jin of Fool's Fall or the Buzzard. Neither are that great. Let's take a bunch of cards here for at the end here. We ended up with, let's see, 8 cards, and 6 of them I'd say 5 of them I'm very happy playing, and then 2 more I'm fine playing. 2 to 3 more I'm fine playing. Lots of blue passed around as might be expected. Okay, here's a Final Showdown. That's definitely the pick here. So it's a 6-mana Wrath, but if you pay 1 more, you can give one of your creatures indestructible, for instance, and so leave 1 creature left. Or you can make all creatures lose all abilities so they can't be regenerated or anything like that. I am passing up a Buried in the Garden. In red, the Generous Plunder is pretty good. Yeah, unfortunate that I'm passing up the Buried in the Garden. I'd like to play that. Snakeskin Veil is notable here, and the Buried in the Garden, but I think Final Showdown's the clear pick here. If I was to splash blue, Duelist of the Mind is nice. Extruder's kind of pretty medium. And red here I have Skewer. I have the Ranch, which actually might be okay. If I have a lot of mounts, right now I only have 1 mount. Okay, other options, the Vengeful Townsfolk, the Bristlepack Sentry as a kind of a medium 2-drop here, which could see play if I get a couple more big creatures. Could be useful. Yeah, I think I'd like that over considering splashing the Duelist of the Mind or the Skewer the Critics or the Ranch. Let's go with that just to fill out our curve. Here we have Fell the Mighty, another Wrath. I think it's probably worth picking up since we're in white. Don't necessarily need the Outlaw Medic here or a second Bristlepack Sentry. So let's go with that. Here we have Fierce Retribution. I'd be happy with that. Another Bucolic Ranch coming around, and a Holy Cow. Let's go with the removal spell. That'll put us up to 7 non-creature spells. We might drop the Steer Clear or the Thunder Lasso, but I think that's a good pickup. Here I'd be happy with Frontier Seeker, I think. So I can get a land or a mount. Right now I still only have 1 mount, but that could be okay. Don't know that I want the Pixie. I don't know that I want the Betrayal of the Vault either. It's expensive. Already have decent expensive removal spells in Fell the Mighty and Final Showdown. Let's go with the Frontier Seeker. Here we have, now if I was going into red-blue, there's a decent red-blue payoff. Right now it looks like it might be Stagecoach Sentry as an okay 5-drop, but maybe let's go with the Varmint. Solid 2-drop, takes care of exile removal, so it's good against white. And also random artifacts you might run into. Here we can do Outlaw Medic or Anklebiter, or we can use the Lonely Arroyo for a splash, or we'd be splashing probably the Lockpicker, kind of medium. Yeah, so it's between Medic, Anklebiter, and Arroyo. We'll go with the first Anklebiter here. That gives us the ability to use our fight spells like the clear shot to take out larger creatures. Here we have nothing for us. Just red and black cards and one blue card. Let's take, I don't know, Demonic Ruckus. Okay. Now I wish I had taken the other card because now I have another ankle biter. I don't think I want a second one necessarily. I'm not sure I want to form the posse, but let's take that for the sideboard. Maybe there's a world where I want to splash that. Okay, I can take the Bucolic Ranch now. Noting I have 15 playables, so I only need 7 more. Okay, let's just take some cards here that we're probably not going to play, almost certainly not going to play. Here we have a Wingsmith, which is playable, not great in this deck necessarily, but playable. Let's see what we get here. I think the Journey to Nowhere, or this, it'd be nice to have the Armadillo. And I already have several removal spells. So there's a chance I take the Armadillo here, as I'm a little bit light on creatures, and that's a nice creature to have. Oh, there's also a Trained Erranx. Wow, this pack is stacked. So I have a Journey to Nowhere, great removal spell, Spinewood's Armadillo, great creature, and then Trained Erranx is another great creature. Fills out part of our curve here. Oof, tough pick. I think I do want the Armadillo here. Okay, well, it took it for me anyway. All right, here we have Lasso by the Law or the Trailblazer. Trailblazer is a 4/2. Let's take the Lassoed by the Law here. I'm pretty sure we'll take that here. Excellent card. Let's hope some stuff wheels from these first 2 packs. Lots of good cards. Here it's between Bristlepack Sentry, the Supplier, and the Medic. I'll go with the first Supplier here. I like that with the Bristlepack Sentry. I think we have a decent curve here. We could use maybe a couple more 2-drops. Okay, here we have Greenblade or I think Congregation Griff here, even though we don't have a lot of mounts right now. We have 1 mount, 2 mounts. I think that might be the pick over the Outcaster, given that we have 0 deserts so far. Let's go with that, and we'll see if we can pick up 1 more mount. Now I kind of regret taking the Supplier, so it's either the Patient Naturalist or the Dual Land here. We have 20 playables. We only need 3 more. I kind of would like a desert here, so let's go with that. Here we have Vengeful Townsfolk or the Commando. Let's go with the Commando. Here, not a whole lot of anything. Can definitely take the Vengeful Townsfolk. Could consider splashing the Make Your Own Luck, but I don't think it's worth doing so. So let's take the Townsfolk for now. Here we can do Betrayal at the Vault or Reach for the Sky. We'll pick the Betrayal at the Vault, even though it's a little expensive. That can come in handy. I think we're cutting the Thunder Lasso here. And probably another 3-drop if we can. Here we have Ankle Biter. I don't think we're playing most of these. So it's whether we take an Ankle Biter or we just take another round for the collection. I don't see myself playing the second Ankle Biter here, so let's just take the rare. Stagecoach Sentry is all right. We may play that. Yeah, nothing really came around here in terms of white or green cards. Oh, we did get here the Outcaster Greenblade. I think we'll take that. Well, I think we'll take the Medic here. I don't think we have enough deserts to search up necessarily. Okay, we'll take the Deputy for the sideboard and the Buzzard. Okay, So I think we ended up here with a decent green-white deck. This is actually very similar to what we drafted yesterday. Lots of good removal. I'd say strong to kind of medium to strong creatures. We only need to make one cut here. And I'm guessing it'll either be one of the expensive creatures or one of the 3-drops, which we have tons of. I don't think we want to splash the Savage Smash or the Form of Posse, but we could have thought about that while we were building. We could have picked up some red-green duels. We currently have 3 mounts, so the Griff isn't at its best here, but I still think I like that card. So it's whether I cut the Townsfolk, the Wingsmith, or maybe the Stagecoach Sentry. I think I like to keep that. I think these 3, the Spinewoods Armadillo is good. The Supplier and the Security are both good high-end cards. Beaver and Bighorn are 2 mounts that go with the Griff. Naturalist is fine here. Yeah, I think everything on 2 is fine. 1-drops are fine. Let's see, 16-8. Yeah, let's cut one of the creatures. It's either the Townsfolk or the Wingsmith. I think we have. Let's cut the Wingsmith. I haven't been super impressed with that. The Townsfolk at least is a annoying threat if they take out some of my other creatures. So let's jump in here to match 1. Okay, match 1, game 1. Here we go. We'll play first. I think we'll keep this. We have Frontier Seeker into probably pick up a land. We can play that into Congregation Griff, then Giant Beaver, saddle it up. So I think that sounds like a good curve. If we miss our 4th land drop too, we have a couple other things to play. Okay, let's go with the Frontier Seeker. Try to get a land here. Oh, it's only plains. Okay, well, that's fine. We did pass by 4 lands there, which means that we might have a little trouble hitting our 4th land. Let's now go with the Griff. I can also consider playing out the Free Strider Commando as a 3/3. Okay, we're playing against a Mardu opponent here. Journey to Nowhere on the Griff. Sure. All right, we did hit our 4th land drop, so let's go with the Beaver. This can help pump the Frontier Seeker if it doesn't get taken care of. And it gets plus, yeah, it's just a 4/4 Vigilance. Okay. Heartless Pillage. Let's get rid of the Medic and I think the Stagecoach Sentry. That'll leave us with the Free Strider Commando and the Sentry here, or in the Bristlepack Sentry. So let's go with let's see, this is a Saddle 3. Okay. Let's do this actually. This is pretty strong. This will pump up our Bristlepack Sentry to a 4/4. So, and actually I will play the Commando here because I can use that to saddle the Beaver again next turn. And then it'll turn my guy into the Commando into a 4/4. And so I'll be able to attack with 2 4/4s here. Okay, Outlaws Merriment. Another card where I hope that I get okay, let's saddle up the bighorn here. Hope that I get the Voracious Varmint to destroy. Oh, that was stupid of me. Yeah, I attacked with the, didn't think there and attacked with the 2/1. It's actually very bad because I could have used that to saddle the bighorn. Okay, sure. I think I just attack in here with everyone. Yeah, because he has to block 1 on everyone. And none of my guys will die, and all of his will. So, okay. Happy enough here clearing the board. I'll hold the land. It's a good random draw there. The 2/1 lifelink could help him stay alive. Okay, Vectos joins up, get a guy back. Sure. Okay, if I attack in here, he blocks a 4/4 and a 2 4/4s. Goes up to 3 and still takes lethal. Yep. So we'll take, we'll just attack in here. Sure. Alrighty, so tons of enchantments. Unfortunately, didn't end up with a bunch of enchantment removal for the sideboard, so I won't be able to take care of that. Yeah, nothing to deal with. Really nothing that I'd want to put in the sideboard here. Was not able to pick up a lot of sideboard cards because white-green tends to be overdrafted, so ended up with nothing. And I didn't see any conditional cards either, like Tornado didn't go around, and I don't think I saw a single requisition raid, which would take care of enchantments and artifacts. So, and the Voracious Varmint didn't go around. So yeah, we'll just have to hope here that we don't play against Outlaw Merriment, or that we get the Voracious Varmint early on. So apparently my opponent wanted to draw, which is fine. Okay, Thoughtseize, sure. Likely on the Frontier Seeker. No, on the Armadillo. I guess that makes sense. It's probably a card that's hard for him to deal with. Let's take the Beaver here. Yeah. Okay. I don't think it's worth taking out his Duelist here. Okay, Summoner. That's a decent card here. I may actually take that out. I do have the mana up, so let's do that right now. Play the Beaver. No attacks. Here I have Steer Clear. Okay, so if he does decide to block, I can steer clear. Let's play the Medic or the Varmint here. Let's play the Medic. Let's play the Varmint. If there's something he plays I want to destroy, I can get that right away. Saddle up. very likely he's going to try to block with the Quilled Charger here. Can hit that with the Steer Clear. And then I have the Varmint up in case he plays Outlaws Merriment or something else I need to get rid of. Okay, Baron. Right, destroy target attacking creature. Let's saddle up the Beaver again. If he wants to trade for Baron, that's fine, I think. Okay, we'll take out the Baron. Target attacking creature, yeah. Okay, likely he has Rakdos joins up here. I wouldn't say likely, but he may. I saw that last game. And that will actually be a little bit painful to get around. Okay, he put that in his hand, okay. Here I'm going to attack in with everyone. Okay. Let's play the Naturalist here and try to hit a land. Given I haven't drawn that many, there's a pretty good chance. Okay, let's go with the Heath here. Just for, I don't think I'll need the Fierce Retribution up next turn. And if he does play the Sentry and nothing else too big, I can use the Fierce Retribution potentially to take it out. Okay. Let's block here. Happy if he spends a combat trick. Oh, that's rough. Okay. Bristlepack Sentry. Okay, now I need to just draw a big creature or a flyer. But my opponent seems to have stabilized here with the Stagecoach Sentry or removal, which I lost one of them there. Okay. Rakdos joins up. And what does that do when it dies? Okay. So I lose life. So I lose 5 life here. That's fine. If it's really critical, I can take care of that with the is it when it dies or when it's removed? Dies. Okay, so I can lasso it by the law it. Okay, now with the Mercenary there, I can pump up my Frontier Seeker and attack in. Okay, Taiwakim, sure. I think I will attack in here. Well, a little reluctant to, because he can block with the Duelist and the Taiwakim, and then I just take out Taiwakim. That's not super exciting. Let's pass. Okay, lots of ways to stop me from attacking. Let's see. Actually, I may want to attack in here. Okay, yeah, I'm going to change my mind about that. I do want to attack in here because I want the so he can use excess mana with Taiwakim to start to ping me for a bunch. Murder. Okay. And I'm guessing my opponent knows that, but maybe not. Because he can't use the Taiwakim to effectively just fireball me. So potentially I'll need another, I will need another removal here at some point. Okay. Sure. Bucolic Ranch. It's actually fine here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let's use this because I can potentially very unlikely. Put it on the bottom of your library. I think I will keep the maybe I should have dumped that, but it seems like a decent creature here. Okay. Yep, my opponent knows what they're doing. 2 plus how much? X. 5. So we can deal exactly 12. That's unfortunate. What I will do here is cash in the medic. Potentially should have done that last turn. Got cheesed out here. Okay. Alrighty. So can't do anything against that either. Okay, well, just have to hope to draw a little better. I haven't drawn any of my sweepers. Those would have gone a long way. Okay, let's play first again. All right, I have both my sweepers, and now I just need to draw some lands. I have 2 here. Just need to get to land number 3, and then I'll be fine. I'll have a couple plays to make. Okay, really need the 3rd land drop here. And then the 4th. Okay. Unlucky here. It was pillage, sure. We will get rid of the betrayal at the vault. And either the commando or the townsfolk. Let's get rid of the commando, I guess. All right, there's our 3rd land drop. Again, just have to keep hitting land drops here, and eventually I can wipe his board twice if I need to. Okay. Miss a land drop, but no problem here. Brute, sure. 4th land drop. I think we will go for Lassoed by the Law. Or should I play a creature out here? Bertram. Draw a card. I don't think that's particularly scary. Let's go with Lassoed by the Law and still go with the Bertram. I think. Let's go with the Brute. Kind of a, I don't know. A little bit of a toss-up there for me. The Bertram has potential upside. I haven't seen anything from my opponent that makes a ton of tokens, so I wasn't particularly concerned. Okay. This is a case where I'm hoping to get Fell the Mighty here. Okay. Opponent does not attack in. I think let's play the Griff. Okay, this allows us to effectively wipe the whole board, except for all my, 3 of my creatures when I get a 5th land here. Let's go with the Beaver. The Griff, let's see, saddle 3. Sure. Saddle with the Townsfolk. Messed up there and should have pumped the Griff for 1 extra. This is Fierce Retribution. Yep. Okay. Sure. Okay, have my 4th land here. Pump the Beaver. Pump it more. Saddle 3, sure. Attack with the 6/5. Happy to take out the Calamity here. Okay. Let's attack in for a bunch here. 5/5 and a 5/5. Okay, here Fell the Mighty is not looking quite as good, but it does allow us to reset should the game start to stall out. Okay, Journey to Nowhere. It doesn't really matter. Let's hit that with our Varmint. Pump the Townsfolk again. Take my turn. Again, forgot to pump my flyer there. That was a mistake. We'll hold the land in case there's another. I think you already played the Heartless Pillage, but okay. Let's make my creature indestructible. Actually, hold on. Cancel for a second here. Destroy, right? Yeah. Okay. It gains indestructible. Sure. That one. Okay, that explains the standoff there. My opponent had Fell the Mighty and was just waiting for a good turn to play it. All right, managed to pull away with 1 match win there. Let's move on to match number 2. All right, match 2, game 1. Okay, we're going to mulligan this. This hand's decent here. I'll put back the Betrayal at the vault. I have a Vengeful Townsfolk on 3, Lassoed by the Law or Giant Beaver on 4. Okay, potentially playing against red-green here. Okay, red, green, and black. Okay, Wolverine, that's fine. So my opponent will get a draw off the Wolverine here next turn. Sure. And got Calamity. Well, fairly happy that they got that. So I won't have to play against that this game. Okay, here I have the Beaver. Next turn I can saddle. Question here is whether I Lassoed by the Law. I think so. Let's get the robber out of the way. We'll turn our townsfolk into a 4/4. And if he has some way of taking care of the Beaver, it'll turn our townsfolk into a 5/5. So oddly, nothing on 5 there. Potentially my opponent's flooded here. Here we will play Sterling Supplier. Pump up the Beaver. Saddle the Beaver. Pump up the townsfolk. It does appear that my opponent does this turn have something to respond with. I wonder why he's holding a Rush of Dread and trying to hit me with that. Okay, Rooftop Assassin. Okay, makes sense, sure. I can use Fierce Retribution on anything he plays. In there, yep. Got through that game with enough big creatures. My opponent had a fairly slow start. Looks like he got flooded, so I didn't get to see a lot of the deck besides the Calamity, which I'll take note of. Don't think I need the Thunder Lasso to get past his creatures necessarily. So let's just continue with the base deck here. On to match 2, game number 2. Okay, another unfortunate mulligan here. 1-lander. This one's keepable. Very similar to last hand, I'll push back the Betrayal at the vault. We'll lead with Ankle Biter into Frontier Seeker. Both are bad at blocking the Lackey. But eventually I'll get to Patient Naturalist here. And the Seeker may hit one of my 3 mounts. Should be a clear attack with the Lackey, I think. I'd say no reason not to trade 1 for 1 here, okay. No second play from my opponent. Let's attack in. As I won't be blocking with the Ankle Biter. Skullduggery, sure. Okay, we'll go with the Griff here. Not blocking. Happy enough here to attack in with the 2/1. If he wants to skullduggery again, be my guest. I think we will go with the Griff here. We can mount that with the Bighorn, attacking for 3 in the sky. Okay, Pyromancers, sure. Let's do Bighorn here. I think I'm happy enough. Taking the 3 from the Pyromancers. That saddles for 2, okay. So I can play the Naturalist next turn, okay. So the Bighorn does not get bigger when it's saddled, right? Nope. Okay. Can, however, here just make the whole team a bit bigger with the Sentry. We can plot the Commando, or we could play the Naturalist. I think we will start by saddling the Griff. Get 3 more in the air. I think I'm happy playing the plotting the Commando here. Yeah. Not as efficient as playing the Sentry. But I can play that next turn if he decides to attack in. Okay, Wolverine. He does have 7 mana. Now Calamity would be a good hit. He hits a land. 6 mana, gets Calamity here. Okay, sure. Makes a bunch of Wolverines. I'll take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage. And he drew Hell to Pay and a Mountain. Let's just block heat. Well, no, we'll cancel the blocks. Because I do have the Sentry next turn. Yeah, I thought he might burn it. That's why I was thinking of leaving that, but okay. Let's see here. 6 mana. Definitely playing the Commando here. Definitely playing the Sentry. Pretty sure I'm playing the Sentry here. All my guys get Vigilance also? Sure. Okay, I can actually saddle up the Bighorn or the Griff. I think I'll saddle up the Griff here. He's going to attack in next turn 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 damage. Yeah, I'd rather keep the Commando around, so let's saddle that up. 1, 2, 3, yeah. And then I do get a 1/1 here to block. And I'm guessing the 4/5 is going through, or he's going to block with his Lackey. Sorry, stepped away for a second there. All right, put my opponent to 4. I can double block the Calamity if I need to, or several of his other creatures here. He can't really attack in with too many things. Okay. 2. All right, let's chump, or let's just kind of put some guys in the way. I'll leave the Griff back, just because I don't want that getting incidentally killed by some pump spell or something. Again, didn't want to double block the Calamity here and get blown out, get blown out. So he's deciding what to, it looks like he has some sort of removal spell. Okay, Electro Dominance. And a free Forsaken Miner, sure. Okay, down to 18. Now my opponent must block this turn. So the question is, do we do Armadillo? And do we saddle the sheep? So we must block the 5/5 and the 4/5. If I play the Armadillo, I get an extra 1/1 to stay back and block. Let's play the Armadillo. I think it's probably worth saddling here. No, probably not, because he can't attack in with Calamity, I don't think. Okay, that wrong blocks there. Yep. Use both your guys. Now I can block Calamity. Okay, Wolverine, that's a good draw for my opponent. Fortunately, he flooded out this game as well. Drew a lot of lands off of Calamity with the Irascible Wolverines, but yeah, good combination from my opponent, the Calamity plus the Irascible Wolverine. That was interesting. Alrighty, won match 2. Let's move on to the final match, match number 3. Played against Calamity 2 games in a row. Let's play first. Alrighty, sure, we'll keep this. We'll see how I draw here. There's a chance that I may want to cycle the Spinewoods Armadillo. If I see my third land, then I won't, and I'll instead play the Patient Naturalist. Okay. In this case, I will cycle the Armadillo, search for a second green. Okay. Let's get the second green. Bucolic Ranch is interesting, but I don't think I want to be stuck without a second green to play the Betrayal at the Vault. Here we'll play the, let's do Patient Naturalist again, try to hit our 4th land drop here. Okay, excellent. Hit Bucolic Ranch here, that's fine. Could have considered the Plains actually. Yeah, I do want another Plains at some point. Found it. Okay, I think here we will plot the Commando. That'll give us a 4/4 next turn, or sorry, 5/5 next turn, and then I can use the Supplier to pump up Sterling Supply, or to pump up my 2/3 or something of that nature. Okay. All right, here we will go first Free Strider Commando. Actually, might consider Ankle Biter here. Ankle Biter and Townsfolk. I don't think I have a great attack in. I can attack in as a 3/4 and then just take out the Bristlepack Sentry. I like playing the Ankle Biter here because it gives me a target for, play something big here. I can use Betrayal at the Vault next turn, take out 2 of his major threats. Okay, my opponent got stuck on 3 lands and gave up there. Okay, didn't see anything in particular in my opponent's deck, so let's just jump back into game number, match 3, game number 2. All I saw was the Sentry and the Rise of the Varmints. So notable that my opponent might get a very large board at some point. So it'll be good to keep hold of some of the sweepers. Not the best opening hand here, lots of lands. But I do have a 1-drop, 2-drop. Now I have Lasso by the Law. Okay, Trained Erranks, sure. Seeing another land isn't great, but again, I'll tack in here. It's very doubtful my opponent's not going to saddle up the Trained Erranks. If he doesn't, I'm very happy to trade with my 2/2. Okay, no blocks. Need to get that Lasso by the Law out. We'll tack in here to get rid of Wily Duke, because that's and another great card for him. All right. Yeah. We'll take the damage here. I think first we'll take out Wily Duke, and then we'll hope to eventually, another Trained Erranks. Okay, this guy has the excellent deck here. This is a good spot here for Fell the Mighty. Will I last another turn? I will if I get rid of a couple of his cards here. Let's get rid of Wily Duke, I think, first. Next turn he can attack in for Bunch. Okay, I'll attack in with this. I will keep the some of the 1/1s back here. Okay, Varmint, sure. Kill sure. The question is, do I need to block to prevent some damage here? That might be wise. Okay. Nine. I will block one here to prevent a little bit of damage. Okay, great. We'll do Fell the Mighty. Call it greater than 2. Okay, and then I have the Betrayal at the Vault. Or when my opponent builds their board back up, I can wipe out 2 creatures with the Ankle Biter. Okay. Never mind. Let's see. I can attack in for 12. So I have to block some of this. That will be 8. I keep the Ankle Biter back here. Okay, Sentry. And Bighorn. Alrighty. I think no point in showing off my final few cards there. Okay. Yeah, I got beat out by some really good curve from my opponent. Let's hope to maybe draw a little bit better this time and not get blown out by let's play first. Let's hope not to extinguish his board and then get killed by Rise of the Varmints. Okay, so I have a 2-drop and a 4-drop, 4 lands. Lasso by the Law to take care of anything too pesty. Do have 3 white now, so I can play Final Showdown if and when I get to that point in the game. Okay, another trained Erings on 2 is unfortunate to play against. I do have double lassoed by the law here. Yeah, just draw the dream every single game here. Draw a card. Cycle through your deck, sure. Okay, let's go with lassoed by the law to prevent the engine from keeping on here. I do have the beaver to block the Erings eventually, but not anymore because he again drew both his white-green, excellent white-green cards here in a row. So this is just a repeat of last game. My opponent has everything here and another Miriam. So I don't know who he was drafting with, but someone gave him every single card that he needs to win. Double trained Erings, double Miriam, Wily Duke. Alrighty. The question is whether I play Beaver is the most efficient here. Let's just do that. I'm just going to have to chump the Erings here for a while until I can find a sweeper or something. Okay. Second trained Erings. This is extremely oppressive. Okay, pass. This is good in that I can block both the sentry and the second Erings, but of course my opponent has now drawn a lasso by the law, and I think that's pretty much the end of this game here. So it turns out a mediocre white-green deck can't compete against the perfect green-white deck. I think the only chance I have here is to draw Fell the Mighty off the top. Yeah, so let's just jump here. Hope to hit Fell the Mighty. Did not. Let's hang out one more turn, see if I can hit Fell the Mighty again. 3 lands. So that was nice in that I got a bunch of lands out of the way. So again, can hit Fell the Mighty or Final Showdown. Okay, Bighorn, sure. Okay, my opponent's attacking in for a bunch here. Have to block the 8/6. And 9 coming through. Yeah, I can take 8, or I can take 4. I'm going to take 4 in the off chance that I get Fell the Mighty. Then it gives me a little more time. and just an Outlaw medic here. I don't think that will hold me off here. Next turn, he's going to attack in for, have to block the Arinxes, and we'll take 6, gain 1 life. Yeah, not enough. All right, well, it was a good run. Yeah, and I only lost to this extremely ridiculous deck here. Stick around one more turn just in case my opponent makes a mistake, but that's very unlikely. Yeah. Okay, we block here, and take 8. Alrighty. Well, not a bad run. Would have liked to have gotten 3 wins there, but what can you do? We'll pick up our prize here, and we'll call it for today. And we'll try again tomorrow for another traditional draft, see if we can get 3 wins. Thanks for watching. See you next time.